Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm Marissa Cornejo-Leahy.
I'm Nancy Lopez. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. On today's video, we're going to focus on 4 different signs that have been influenced by current feast days in the church. So we're going to talk about the Ascension, Resurrection, Pentecost, and Assumption. While I know we haven't celebrated the Feast Day of the Assumption, we thought that because a lot of times there seems to be some confusion between Ascension and Assumption, it might be helpful to learn both signs to help you distinguish those in the future. So without further ado, here's Nancy to teach us those signs.
So for the sign for resurrection, it's basically you have your flat palm, and then you have your two first fingers, and you resurrect. So the resurrection is showing that Jesus is alive again. So these kind of represent the leg portion of his body. So resurrect, that's the first sign. Then we have the ascension, in which Jesus goes to heaven. So he ascends to heaven. Now for the assumption, we're focusing on Mary and how she is taken up body and soul to heaven. And so if we know the sign for help, this is the sign for help. And so when Mary is assumed into heaven, she is taken up. So the palm moves up to heaven. That's the sign for the assumption. And then we're going to celebrate Pentecost. And so for Pentecost, we know that it's the Holy Spirit descending upon the apostles in that room, parting on their heads. And so this is the sign for Pentecost, which is the Holy Spirit, the tongues of fire on the apostles when the Holy Spirit descended upon them. Pentecost. So I hope the visual is able to kind of help distinguish what the feast days that we are currently celebrating and will celebrate in the future. What do you think, Marissa?
That was really helpful, Nancy, but let's just practice those signs one more time.
So we have resurrection,
Resurrection,
ascension,
Ascension.
assumption.
Oh, Assumption.
Assumption, Mary needing a little bit of help. And then Pentecost.
Pentecost.
So what do you think?
Great, Nancy. Really helpful.
I'm glad it kind of helps clear out the different feast days that we are celebrating and that we will be celebrating in the future. So then you can kind of picture it as we celebrate them.
So we hope the rest of you out there practice your signs. Hopefully it helps you learn a little bit more and follow our pages so that you can get more of these videos, because we will be releasing them every single week. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Bye.